All right, hi, and welcome back to another flipped classroom. You guys just got done taking a test on area for like irregular and regular polygons, and we're moving on to 3D shapes. So we're moving on to surface area. All right, so we got like some geodes here, geosolids that are going to teach you different shapes that you can use in 3D. And what we do is how we categorize 3D shapes is based off of three different ideas. So we talk about faces, we talk about edges, and we talk about vertex, all right? Or vertices, more than one, all right? So in your notes, you have this exact same sheet, and we need to write down these definitions. So please write down the definition of a face, and what an edge is, and what a vertex is. And while you're doing that, I'll talk about them. So a face, I'll use our cube here. A face is this flat 2D shape. Okay, so this is like just a flat face is what they call it, that makes up this cube. And so this cube has two here, and two here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces that make up a cube, okay? And so these are faces are easy. Just remember they're any of the flat sides. It's kind of the way I look at it, all right? An edge is where two faces meet. So if you can kind of look, I'll tilt my camera here. If you can kind of look where these two faces meet like this, okay? This right here, this piece is an edge, all right? So this piece right here is an edge. This face gets here, this face comes here, and you can run your finger along it. It's an edge, like an edge of a table, right? So where two flat surfaces meet, that's an edge, okay? And then the last thing is a vertex. It's where two edges or more meet. Well, look, I got an edge here, an edge here, and an edge here, and it's a point. So you might want to leave yourself a note. I put it right here, but think of a vertex as a point. Boom, right here. It's kind of sharp. It's right on the edge, all right? It's where two or more edges meet, and it creates a vertex, okay? So the whole goal today is just try to understand that idea, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the cube, a rectangular prism, a triangular prism, a hexagonal prism, a square pyramid, and a triangular pyramid, okay? And we're going to try to identify these based off their faces, edges, and vertices, all right? So if we look at this, I like to use, hold on one second. I like to use an expo marker because it wipes off, all right? And I can kind of keep track of things. So if we're going to talk faces here, I'll show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 faces, okay, to a cube. And you can mess with those and touch with those and look at those, all right? I'll have some that are out. I'll leave some on the table that you can mess with, but I don't have enough for everybody. So if you're having a hard time seeing that, there you go. We're going to talk some edges now. So with edges, remember you're looking where two faces meet each other, all right? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So if there's 4 on the bottom, guess what? There's going to be 4 on the top, and there's also going to be 4 on the side. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 edges. Woo, there's a lot of edges, okay? All right, and then vertices are my points. So 1, 2, 3, 4 points, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. 8 vertices, all right? So again, that's your cube, okay? Rectangular prism, where are we at? Boom, here we go. Kind of the same idea. So we're looking at rectangular prisms they're really just the same idea, but remember a cube, all faces are equal, where a rectangle, all faces are not equal. So you're going to have 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Just the differences is remember a cube, all sides are equal, even the faces, and then a rectangle, obviously opposite sides are equal. Okay. Moving on to a triangular prism. Boom. All these, we got a triangle here. Notice we have a triangle there. We have a triangle there. And then it makes a total triangle. You'll notice that. But then these faces are rectangles, okay? So a triangular prism, let's talk about the faces. I've got triangle is going to have 3, right? 1, 2, and then 1 on the bottom, so that makes 3. But then you also have the sides, 4 and 5 on the back side. You can see that. So we have 5 faces. Make sure you're typing this in, okay? Edges, I've got 3 here. 1, 2, 3. So if I've got 3 on the back side, I've got 3 on the front side. So I've got 3 and 3, but you can't forget what? This guy here, which is 4, 5, and 6. So we've got 6 edges. Talk about our points. 1, 2, 3. You can see those. All 3 points plus the backside would be 6. Okay, so again, there's our triangular prism. Moving on, hexagonal prism. Remember, hexagon means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces here, plus the 2 on the front and the back. So we have 6 plus 2 is 8 faces. Okay, edges, 1, 2, 3. Oh, so let's start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we got 6 here, 6 here, and 6 here. So 6 around, 6 in front, 6 in the back. 6, 12, 18 edges. Woo! Okay. Vertices, you're going to have 6 in the front, 6 in the back. 6 and 6 is 12. All right, remember 6 there and 6 points there. Remember, points are different than edges. Edges isn't, that's not pointing, that's just an edge. That is pointing, right? That's a vertice. Okay. Moving on down, moving on to a square pyramid. The difference between a square pyramid is the bottom is square. A triangular prism is the bottom is a triangle. Okay, both pyramids, one has a square, one has a triangle. Okay, so the square pyramid has how many faces? We've got a square, so we got our bottom, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the back side, 5. Okay, edges, we have 1. I always like to start with the bottom, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then my points, obviously 4 on the bottom because it's a square bottom, and then the 1 on top, that's an easy one. 4 and 1 is 5. And in my opinion, the easiest, we got our triangular pyramid. So I've got how many faces? 1 on bottom, 2, 3, 4 on total. 3 on top, 1 on bottom, grand total of 4. Okay. Edges, I have 3 edges on the bottom, 3 edges on the top, grand total of 6. Okay. And then we got, right, I'll make sure that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Okay, edges, 3 on here, 1 on top. That's 4. All right. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how all we're doing today is classifying our shapes. All right. So this is our first time dealing with 3D shapes. So it's very important that we can classify our shapes based off their faces, based off their edges, and based off their vertices. All right. Let's see what else. So once we're done with that, these are now your notes, and you'll notice on the back side you've got 2 sheets that look somewhat like this. All right. On the first couple, you're identifying how many faces, vertices, and edges each of those has. All right. Then you've got 10, 11, and 12 that are kind of asking you some clarifying questions. Same exact look, just some different shapes on the second page. All right. Today's lesson seems pretty easy, but it's very difficult to continue on with finding surface area if we don't know what kind of shapes we're dealing with. All right. So for today, all we care about is being able to identify and classify what different shapes you're looking at. Faces are very important. Faces are the big thing today because faces here, if you can see here, I'll get one. So the bottom, this is a face, right? And pretty soon I'm going to be asking you to find the area of that, and the area of that, and the area of that, and the area of that. and combining them together just like we've done so far. And we're going to find the entire surface area of these shapes. Okay? All right, if you have any questions, please ask the sub. Hope you're doing well. This packet will be turned in at the end of the day. Good luck, and we'll see you Monday.